Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Connecting the World show, and I'm your host, Muniem Rizvi. Tonight, we have a guest from California, USA, and his name is Eric Zuley. And Eric Zuley is a social media influencer, and what he is doing right now, we'll talk about that. Without any wasting of time, I'm going to invite Mr. Eric Zuley. Hello, Eric. How are you? Welcome to the Connecting the World show.
Hey, I'm great. I'm coming to you guys live from the Easy Way Golden Carpet. So glad to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to our show. It's such a pleasure for me to have you on my show.
Pleasure to be on it.
Okay, Eric, I want to know about more about you. Who is Mr. Eric Zuley and where are you from and what you do exactly? As I know, you are a social media influencer and you tell a lot of people how to become an influencer. But I want to know that kindly tell us about yourself so my viewers, my audience can know more about you.
Definitely. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, nice to meet your audience. I am also trying to share this to my audience right now. That's why I'm looking down. So I am an executive producer. I do a lot of events. We produce films and TV shows, and I own a television network that distributes that. I'm also a consultant when it comes to being your own producer and streaming your own live show and making money with it. And I've done a lot of stuff in the educational realm with some of the biggest influencers in the world. But ultimately, I'm an all-around nice guy that loves the network on the internet. I help people turn their relationships into relationship equity and actually have their business flourish and accelerate online. So we help people shine online, and we have a marketing company and over 150 something channels, almost 200 channels at this point that we can put people on with Easy Way Network Television, as well as the Easy Way Wall of Fame. We have our own social network, which you see on the bottom there, ezwaywall.com, which you can create an account and you can connect it to the best of the best, and you can build your community on a godly, different type of platform. It's called the Easy Way Wall of Fame. So we're just like you guys. We connect people all over the world, but we do it the easy way.
That's great. Such a nice introduction from you. Okay, Eric. First of all, kindly also tell us about your education background. What was exactly your education background?
My educational background is I went to Saddleback College for a while, graduated from high school. Didn't feel like I necessarily needed to graduate from college. I kind of learned what I needed to learn. My diploma was from people that I hung around with, and people I like to learn directly. I've done a lot of things in the sales arena, done a lot of things in the event arena, PR, social media. I've done over 500 something events. So, being in the trenches and actually learning from the best of the best, I've started to turn into the best based upon third-party perspective. I've been on numerous covers of magazines, as well as won a lot of awards, and people have kind of recognized the strategy and the way that we do things, which is the easy way. My name's Eric Zuley, which hence the easy, and I do it my way, and I don't necessarily care what you have to say. I kind of have my own movement on things, but educational background, I got everything that I needed. And my educational background is collaboration and affiliations with a lot of the right people. I think that God gave me a gift to be a people person, and I'm still getting educated. I'm still learning as I go.
That's great. And that is the best way. If you want to earn something, you need to learn till that. From the age you birth, you born, until that you need to learn. And that's why you become popular, or you become a more successful person in the world. Okay, Eric, as you are recognized as the world top 10 social media influencer in the multimedia marketing mogul, and then you have done endorsed over 500 celebrities and influencers and the different kind of CEOs. How you get connected with them?
From one microphone. And how do I pronounce your name? Is it Muniem?
It's Muniem.
Muniem. So yeah, Muniem, from one microphone. I mean, a microphone is a very, very powerful thing. And if you know how to resource and leverage it, it can be a very powerful key to the doors that you're trying to open. So started out with a microphone on the red carpet, interviewing people. I created a YouTube channel. and just popped my content on that YouTube channel. And then it turned into from being on the red carpet to actually being in a studio. And I was on KXLA television for a while with my show, The Easy Show, KDOC television, public access television, Actors Entertainment, Actors Reporter, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles television station, Roscoe's Media Center. It started expanding with Film on Television, and just kept expanding from one YouTube channel. So it all started from a microphone, and it also started from the sales education. I worked at CompUSA, and I learned to actually read people and learn people and actually qualify people, and just learned how to actually recognize buying signals and really just get to know people. The power of people, the power of appreciation, the power of relationships is everything. And then you just keep growing and growing from there, and it keeps expanding more and more and more. And I just kept producing more and more projects. Then I learned about IMDb, and I learned how important that was. And I started building my credits and started building my accolades and my edification, and making sure that it's actually kept on record on the internet. And fast forward 15 years later, here we are. A lot of influencers are coming to me now for help.
Okay, now my next question, as you work with the celebrities, different kind of CEOs, if I want to ask a question, how I can become an influencer? So what was your strategy for a local man?
Well, that's a great question. And if I may, I'm actually going to share my screen, and I'll show you guys if you want to let me share my screen. There's a platform we have called the Easy Way Wall of Fame that we designed specifically to help you be famous. Everybody says that they want to be, they want to get their 15 minutes of fame. Well, we say, welcome to the Easy Way. We'll get you, famous in 15 minutes. To start, we're going. And so, basically, if you click on members, you'll see that there's a lot of members and people that we deal with, and people that you can actually network with, and you are who you hang with. You know what I mean? And I think that if you go after quality versus quantity, the quality creates the quantity. And we feel that we've created a pretty awesome community of quality people, ranging from producers, executive producers, directors, a lot of entertainment people, actors, musicians, then going into philanthropy and people that have nonprofits and people like the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, then going into coaching and authors and business. It's a very large variety of amazing people that you can network with. But what's really cool about this system, and the best way to become famous, the best way to get your name out there, is to be able to network with people that have podcasts. Nowadays, it's a new industry. We're in a new wave of how you market, and we're in the brick and mortar, to broadcast age. It's not brick and mortar business anymore. It's broadcast. So that's podcasting. It's streaming. It's blogging, it's applications, it's OTT television, and all these people that you see on our Wall of Fame, they're all pretty quality people. Like the founder of Billionaires Elite is one of our top clients, top members. And most of these people that you see are clients of ours, the clients of our boutique marketing firm, Easy Way Promotions. And there's probably 200 or so interviews that you could get by networking with people, and it's just a cool little community that we built. So I would definitely recommend anybody that's watching this right now to go to ezwaywallcom.com and create your free account. And recently we just created a full-fledged affiliate system to get you paid, to help you make some money. And we do television. We give you to help you do television shows. We build television channels with Roku, Apple, and Amazon. We help to develop your onboarding and your automation. We build applications. We do website development. But ultimately, we're very savvy in the live events industry. And we do very powerful live events, and everybody connects. We've connected millions of dollars just on this social network alone. But we do live events, and then we go live right here on our television station. And, we have close to 20, 30, 40,000 people a week that come into the wall, and we're trying to grow that. So definitely it's a great platform to help you do that. And then the other thing is that if I was to give you guys advice, my advice that I would give all your audience is to do research and know the industry that they're starting to go in, the path that they're starting to go down. The more research and more product knowledge, you have in your brain, the more successful you're going to be in that lane. I like that. I'm gonna write that one down. The more successful and product knowledge you have in your brain, the more successful you're going to be going down that lane. So that would be my suggestion.
Okay, you tell us about exactly way. Now I want to know that I am doing an interview session from last 3 months, and I did more than 400 interviews from last 3.5 months. So how can I become influencer, and how can I use my social media channels to become a good social media influencer?
Well, you're doing the right thing, Muniem. Podcasting and streaming and serving others first is a real good way. Media is the door opener for that next stepping stone of success that you're trying to walk on. And I mean, like, for instance, you reached out to me and you didn't know me, but you reached out to me and you said, hey, I follow your stuff and I'd like to interview you. Would you like to be on my show? You're creating a platform that helps others, and your branding of your platform is very important. So the name Connecting the World is obviously going to draw anybody's attention. And I mean, you're in your area, in the Middle East or wherever it is in the world, but you're able to connect to people all over the world through having, a streaming platform. But it's the content that you're putting out that's going to be that attractor factor. It's putting in the effort to being your own producer and making a really strong presentation of content that's going to educate people and help people. So definitely study your craft and get to be as good of a producer as you can be, because the content that you put out is everything, and then build a community of people that are already where you want to be, and just build the relationships. It starts from the relationship. It starts from the trust. It starts from being real and just being yourself and saying, hey, I'm trying to come up and I'd like to support you, and just being real, and you'll see it start to develop. And the other thing I would say is have faith. I mean, my faith is God and Jesus Christ, but whatever your faith might be, but have faith and have trust in your heart, and have confidence that you're going to be to where you want to be. Have that mindset of where you want to be, and then network yourself to that success.
Okay, now I have a question. Nowadays, it's a world of social media. So, according to you, what is the best social media platform if someone want to be a social media influencer?
Well, I would definitely say the Easyway Wall of Fame, which is our social media platform, because you can do the same type of stuff you can do with the LinkedIns and the Facebooks and the Instagrams. You can actually post on your wall. And the reason I say ours is because we have a really quality amount of members that can respond to you, and we've had a good track record of people. And a lot of people do use it, but it depends on the industry and the lane and the market that you're wanting to go after. Okay. And so basically, I would say if it's for business, and I'm showing my screen again, this is the actual wall that we have that allows you to actually network yourself to success and connect with amazing individuals. And this is kind of the tool that we let you use. We also have a news wall, which we can blast out to 30 or 40,000 people at this point, and they will instantaneously know what's up and when we go live, etc. But on another perspective, another marketing perspective, I would suggest business, it would be LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a really good platform. I use it all the time. I think I have almost 6,500 or 7,000 something connections, and but if you want to get into an influencer sphere and it's about numbers, connecting with people on Instagram and tagging people and stuff. Instagram's a good one. TikTok is a really good one. I mean, it all depends on kind of who you are. I personally don't prefer TikTok. I think I just don't have the time to, put the time into putting exciting videos together and editing and stuff like that. And I'd rather have a simple platform that I can just get information out and have a team put the editing and graphics design out and try to lead generate, but it depends on who you are and what your business is. But LinkedIn has been probably one of the better platforms that I've actually gotten a better response with as far as quality people. And Facebook, I use Facebook a lot. It's a great platform. I would definitely suggest it. Same thing with Twitter. But you got to do your research too and see where that's going in what is the future of that social platform. And so I kind of feel like you want to just do your research, and before you put too much effort into any platform, you want to make sure that you're going to get. It's about your return. It's about your ROI with the platform. So it would start with your market. It would start with who you are and where you're trying to get to and what market you're trying to get to. I would have to ask you a question to be able to answer that question properly.
That's great. Okay, Eric, and now I have one more question. Like you told us about your ezwaywall.com, and you say that you will suggest that this is a good platform for social media influencers. So, how many members do you have on this platform right
We have
now,
about
till now?
we started out with 10, 20, 30 members. We now have about 525 members. But what I would think about, Muniem, is, again, it's the quality, not the quantity. I would look at the types of members that we have. We have people that were $1 billion income earners on QVC, and the creator of the Make a Wish Foundation, the co-author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the founder of Priceline, and Kevin Sorbo with Hercules, and James Dentley, who's one of our clients and a top level millionaire mentor, and Boo Boo Stewart from Twilight, and on and on and on and on. Pat O'Brien from Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood. Like, these are all people. Jeffrey Levine, who's a tax guru and has JLS Television, and Kristana Loken, the star of Terminator 3, and we have probably about 50 shows on here, and they're clients that you can see results with. So I would rather be on a social network that you can actually see and witness results and every day. So, I mean, I love coming on here myself, because like, I don't even know who Ashley Armstrong is, but that's someone that's new, that's on our social network that I now know I can reach out to. And we have an automated system that's going to reach out to her and all these different people. I mean, this is a new guy here, Gino, and Mr. Collie Sullivan. Like, these are all new people that I see, and I love reaching out and meeting new people. But I'll tell you this, our conversion rate is probably about 60 to 70% with how we've designed this. And not only our conversion rate, but our clients and our the people that we have that actually have profiles. Like, if you actually click on, by the way, can you see my screen, or no? You probably can't see my screen. So I'm just like talking, and you're like, well, what is he talking about? Let me share my screen again to make sure that you guys see what I'm talking about. So if you actually go to members and you click on one of the members, we actually designed it to where you actually get your own social network. It kind of helps you with your own EPK. We have our own currency, which we call points, for you to redeem for marketing. There's ads that you can make money with, and you have the ability to promote and market yourself in whatever it is that you're doing in a simple fashion, and which draws people's attention. So, like, for instance, this member has a podcast just like you do. He has 104 friends and people that he's connected with through the Easy Way network. And if you look through these friends, let's go ahead and just take a look at the quality that he's connected with, just because he's paying a monthly membership with us. For instance, this guy has over 6 million something people on his podcast. I worked with him for years. Brian Sebastian, Matt J. Dola has a show with us, Tap Interviews, and he's our IMDb director. So if you want to you're with your IMDb. Carlos Sequeira is a very high level speaker and speaks with people like Tony Robbins and really high level people. Patty Sadler is our book publishing partner, and on and on and on. So he's obviously gotten millions of dollars in networking because of the quality that's there, and all he's doing is using the wall and actually using it the right way. And I can guarantee you his business has advanced exponentially, and he'll probably give us an amazing testimonial if you were to look at what he's done. And he's only been with us, I believe, for like maybe 2 months now. So just because he's on the wall, he's really advanced his situation. And so we're proud of him. He's given us a little 5-star review there. And you'll see a lot of testimonials and case studies. And it's a great platform to network yourself to success, as well as get your own podcasting out there, get a bigger audience, get an interesting quality influencer audience to know about you that don't know about you. Get awareness and edification in ways that you probably wouldn't have if you weren't on the Easy Way Wall of Fame. But thank you. Great questions. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Eric. And now I have one more question. It's very important. Like, nowadays, everyone is going to for viewers. Like, how many people are watching their show? how many people are coming to their live stream. So how people can get more attention, more traffic on their live podcast. Because nowadays everyone, if you go somewhere and you ask that I am doing the live show from last 4 years or 3, and they will ask how many viewers watch your live session, like how many thousand, 1K, 2K, 5K, 1 million, how many people love to see you at a time when you will go live.
Okay, so are you asking me how many viewers we have, or are you asking me the question, what is the best
How
way
to
to get your own
how
live
to
viewers,
what
get
is
your own
yeah
audience?
what is the best way to how to get your own audience on your live podcast?
Okay, so that is a great question, and it starts with content. It starts with the content that you're putting out. So again, going back to being your own producer and actually producing a live show versus just putting out a live show. Uh, Take your time with it and segment out your stuff. Stay on track. Stay on a focal point that doesn't lose the audience. And the other way is incentives. The more incentives that you can get people to share, every which way, every clever way that you can get somebody to press the share button or start a live watch party on Facebook, which is one of the best platforms I think to build your audience because of tools like that. Is how you're going to build your audience. The more people that you get involved, and you start with one person. Like I just met, it's all about the relationship. The more that you build a relationship with somebody that's going to share your broadcasting, the more that they're going to share to their thousands of friends or their millions of friends or whatever it might be. And so, like for instance, I met you. You brought me on your show. You served first. I appreciate it. And I happen to have a following of hundreds of thousands of people and some pretty quality people. I think our value is more the type of eyeballs that watch our stuff and where those potential opportunities can go because of the followings they have. And so I think that by you linking up with me, I've already posted this on my page. I've already posted on one of our groups, which has about 2,000 or so members on it. I think a lot of our Easy Way family is going to start now knowing about your platform. And so you want to come up with clever ways and incentives to get people to share. And so that's a whole thing I actually teach. I actually consult on is building your audience, accelerating your audience. But hopefully that kind of answers your questions and is helpful.
Yeah, I got your point and I got your answer what I have questioned you. Now I will ask like Eric, who is the best influencer, or no, the question is how to contact with an influencer. Like nowadays, a lot of people want to contact with influencers. As I'm doing a podcast show, so I want so one of any influencer should come to my show on live show. So how can I connect with them to these kind of influencers?
That's a great question. So, influencers just want to be treated like people, just like you and I. They don't want to be sold. They don't want to be pitched. Hey, Pepper J's on. Hey, Pepper, how you doing? And here's another one for you. I mean, you notice how I'm interacting right now, and great to hear the discussion. Oh, I'm so glad, Nadine. I'm very glad that you're tuning in. Notice how I'm engaging right now with the audience. I'm now doing an attractor factor. I'm now being friendly. To the people that are tuned in to get them to want to check everything that you can do to get somebody to want to check out your stuff. You do. You seize the opportunity anytime you get an opportunity to be on another platform to let people know about your community, let people know about your stuff, build a group, build your stuff. This is answering your question because it's numbers. A lot of people attract to numbers. They attract to what you're involved with, and people of influence respond to what influence is around you. So if someone actually looks at your social media and they see that you have somebody that plays in their circles, they're going to respond because they relate to the circles that you're playing in. So when it comes to influencers, a lot of it's hard to get over that first stump, that first speed bump, that first obstacle to be able to become an influencer, to be able to become a true influencer. That's kind of the story. You can do PR type stuff. You can pay a PR to develop you. And the more that you put third-party validation around you is a great way to build your influence capacity and your influx of influence effect. It's one of the reasons I created my book. It's a great question. I have a book called The Influence Effects that actually answers that question in particular. that helps you create an influence effect. And it's all about the content that you're putting out that becomes an attractor factor. So what I would, again, it starts with your market. It starts with the audience you're trying to attract. So let's say, for instance, you're doing a political show and you want to be a political figure. Like, what type of influencer do you want to be is what I would look at. Do you want to be political? Do you want to be health and wellness? Do you want to be sports? Do you want to be celebrity? Do you want, I mean, what type of, find your focus first and foremost. Okay. Then once you figure that out, go on LinkedIn, go on Facebook, go on every platform you can, and find every single other influencer, everybody else that relates to that market, and become friends with them, connect with them, add like crazy. And then you'll start kind of seeing a community build as you go live. And don't get discouraged if you don't have a lot of live people. If you get one person, like just the fact that I saw one comment, I'm so happy to be on this. That's awesome. One person can turn into 10. 10 people can turn into 100. 100 can turn into 1,000,000 on social media, and start with one. And then you got 2, then you got 3 and 5, then you got 10, then you got 100. 100 turns into 100 to 100,000. And just don't get discouraged. But it does take time and effort to building yourself as an influencer, to building a community, and just be yourself. Be unique. The more unique you are, the more educational you are, that's going to help somebody, the more they're going to check you out. Commercials are another big one. Muniem, commercials are really important. The quality of the commercials, the quality of the content that you're putting out, the quality of your branding is really important. So if you notice, my branding looks quality. It took us years to get it right. The brands behind us, our sponsors, the people that we work with, it's quality. So don't put out, unquality stuff. Put out quality stuff. Take the time and effort that it takes to make sure that your brand seems to be quality. I mean, if you look like NBC, people are going to treat you like NBC. If you look like you're an upcoming business, then they're going to treat you like an upcoming business. So those would be some of my pieces of advice to that question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. You give some very good answers, and these are very helpful for me and for all the listeners who are watching, or for the audience who are listening to us. It's such a helpful for us, for people who are coming to this field. They are new to this field like me. I'm just starting. It's my journey to the podcasting. I just only did 400 shows, so I'm learning day by day. If I watch my first show and watching now right now, it's a total difference from A to B, A to Z. Like I have done a lot, and I am learning day by day, learning how to do a question, how to interact with different kind of persons. But what is the main reason I am facing right now is that how can I build more audience for the live session? This is the main problem, as you tell, that we have to connect.
The best way I can answer that is, yes. The more that you make it about them, the more your audience will build. Okay, so using questions like you instead of using words like you instead of I, people are going to relate to you better. Okay, so the more that you create ideas and quality and you make it about them, the more that you're going to build. I actually shared I shared one of your other broadcasts. That's why we don't have all my audience in here. Do me a favor and send me the link.
I sent it to you on the Facebook.
God, I missed it. Let me go ahead and share this now. I share. Well, one of your other guests are going to get pretty popular because I shared one of the women that you were interviewing on. So I'm going to share this now. But yeah, the more that you make it about them and not about yourself, the more that you give insightful tips and tricks. And again, going back to the content, it's about being a good producer. That's what it's about. So your benefit language is going to be a lot stronger when you're relating to your audience. And also engage. It's about them. It's about them. It's about them. So like right now, I'm just let's see, live from Pakistan. Are we from Pakistan? What area are we coming live from?
Yeah, I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan. All right, cool. Let me just post that right there. Perfect. So just make it about them, man. You know what I mean? Like make people feel like you want it to be, you want to help them, and also too, don't make it just be about an interview, like just like right now what we're doing.
Exactly.
That's
Our
great.
main mission is to connect, learn.
Sorry, I
Sorry.
think we have a little bit of internet lag here. So sorry if I interrupted you.
No, no,
Um,
it's okay.
so the other thing is you can use. So for instance, let me teach you a little bit about StreamYard. We work with the owners and the marketers and the executives of StreamYard, and so the share screen button is a very, very powerful button, and this is with Zoom, StreamYard, pretty much any platform that you use. And the share screen button is a really important button to make it seem more like a TV show. Versus, I mean, isn't it fun if I click on share screen? Like I'm a change the atmosphere right now. I'm gonna click on share screen and go ahead, and if you can let me share my screen here, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff as I'm talking. But the show gets more fun now when you actually look at certain things. This is our YouTube channel. If you want to see a lot of our content and things that we're doing, this is I'm not gonna play the volume. But this is a big, a major award show, and these are some of the celebrities that we're going to be working with, and these are some of the legends that we're honoring, coming up. But like right now, you're hearing a voice, but you're seeing a visual, right? You're interested in that visual. So the more visuals that you're showing on your show, the more fun the show's going to get. So that's what I mean by being a producer and actually producing good content. Write it out, write a storyboard of what you want your show to be. Like, okay, this 15 minutes, I'm going to talk about, being an influencer and creating an audience. This next, then I'm going to go commercial. Then this next 15 minutes, I'm going to talk about, here's a commercial I'm going to show and a project that we're working on, that you can product place a commercial in. Then you go to another commercial, then you go to another 15 minutes, and you actually structurize the show to where it becomes an entertaining platform that people can learn from, enjoy, and want to share. So the more effort that you put into producing the quality of the live that you're putting in, the more of an audience you're going to grow. It really starts from the content. So that's the best way I can answer that.
I got at your point that you are saying that you should make a storyboard and you have to divide the sessions, like first 5 minutes for introduction, and then we have a next segment and we will talk about some social media influencers like that, and then we will talk about some questions we'll take from the audience. Like
here's another thing. Here's another thing I'll show you. Do you see on the right side? There's little buttons that say banners and brand, and so go ahead and click on banners, and then type in, how did you become one of the top 10 social media influencers, and type that in. Actually, type that in. Let's pretend that you're interviewing me right now, and you had all these questions beforehand. And this helps you structurize your show. So type in, how did you become one of the top 10 social media influencers in the world, right? And then put that on your screen and press, it on the screen. So then you ask me that question, but now people as an audience, they're able to follow along with the show. And that's how you kind of draw in engagement to where they will post comments, just like you showed, previously. Come up with clever ideas to get people to, there you go. So now you're doing the show with me and you say, hey, like Eric, then there's the intros, like you should have shown my intro. You should have, in fact, if I may, I'll show my intro. So I'm going to give you a little training session here because I really appreciate, you and the time and efforts and what you were able to do with me. So, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you what you should have done with this show. Not to say it's not a good show. Hopefully it's a great show. Hopefully we get a great impactful audience and people are interested. But what I would have done if it was me is before you had me on, I would have done this and I would have played this.
Eric Zuley is an award-winning multimedia mogul, brand authority, visibility expert who knows how to create an influence effect around individuals and their businesses. Mr. Zuley owns Easyway Network, a media network powering their own radio, magazine, and TV network housing 10 channels, airing 30 shows with a potential reach of 320 million homes and mobile phones. He has been able to work affiliate marketing deals with over 120 affiliates, TV distribution deals with over 200 channels. He owns his own channel with over 18 sub-channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. He has over 500 events under his belt as a producer and host. He has hosted his own show, The Easy Show, and Easy Talk Live. He started out with one YouTube channel, which today has over 13,500,000 views and 8,000 subscribers. He is the creator of the globally known brand with thousands of celebrity and business influencer endorsements. As an authority in California, he has been given the Robert Novak Award, signed off and endorsed by Congressman Brad Sherman and Congresswoman Judy Chu. Eric was one of the first people to start using his cell phone as a producer's tool to create content, which he uploaded to his YouTube channel, What You Know TV, with close to 14 million viewers and hundreds of A-list celebrities. Eric has produced over 450 success events and raised millions for charity nonprofit.
Okay, so now I want to say this too. I'm not doing this to brag in any way or tell anybody who I am, but I'm doing this to train you and give you kind of a format. Now, the reason that you'd want to do that is because now the audience goes, wow, this is someone I can learn from. This is someone I can get educated from. And my audience is media. I'm really good at helping media make money. My audience is coaches and authors and people that have books, speakers and things like that. So now you're getting your audience. Now you're getting interest in your audience in the beginning. Okay. So that is what you always want to do with a guest, because you edify your guest, you show more power with your show that you're able to edify your guest, and it'll get you more guests when they see the content that people are watching. So that's a format, right? So you have, okay, I'm going to give 2 to 5 minutes of the intro, and you can also read my bio or if another guest or whatever. So when you first started this show, you just said, hey, and you jumped right into it. Nobody knows who I am. You know what I mean? Who's this guy on the screen and talking? He sounds like he's pretty knowledgeable, but who the hell is he? Excuse my French. So you always want to let people know and educate them on who your guest is. Plus your guest appreciates that too. And your guest is going to promote more. Your guest is going to share more. Therefore, you're getting more audience, right? So I gave you hopefully a good amount of golden nuggets on starting your show. So the next time you do your show, I hope to see that. I hope it helps you with it. And we can, if anybody's interested, if you're interested, like I said, I do coach on this, and I can help you to create the best show possible, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. And I also teach you how to monetize it as well with product placement, advertising, licensing, pay to play, and all the other ways of doing it. But hopefully that's some helpful advice. And the next time I want to watch you, Muniem. I want to see your show. I want to see that advice. I want to see your show rocking with the lower thirds and the questions and the intro and all that stuff I just taught you.
That's great. I love the way you teach it, because you show us the example, and it's like an idea for me too, that whenever I invite my guests, I should make a 1 minute promo, a 30 seconds promo about my guest, and brief introduction. And then I will introduce my guest, that he's my guest. And I'm going to welcome my guest like this. I love the way you tell. That's a fantastic way. And the one more thing you tell us, like I need to make a banners like question. What I'm going to ask you, I should type them before the interview, and just whenever I'm going to ask the next question, I just click on the next banner. So I have like 6 to 7 questions, and 6 to 7 questions should be on the screen. That's a great way. So I can catch the audience.
You should have a background behind you too. You notice how I have a background? It looks like a more quality production. Get yourself a little green screen. It's $30 to $50 on Amazon.
Yeah, but Amazon is not working in Pakistan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, wherever you can get yourself a green screen,
I have some kind of these things, like you don't need to buy from Amazon. You can also buy from local market. It's available in the Pakistan. We have same like application. It's called daras.pk or market.pk.
Exactly. And then, see how it's scrolling right now. You could be promoting yourself or somebody else. You could have somebody pay you to have their website on there. This show brought to you by, and then it's scrolling their website the entire time through the show. So there's a little golden nugget for you on how you monetize your microphone.
Thank you so much for wonderful advices. I love the session with you, and it's too much interesting for me, because I want to learn these things from you, and I know you can teach me. That's why I invited you to my live session. So from your experiences, I should learn, and you did a very good training to me, and I will try to implement these things as soon as possible.
Great. Well, hey, go on the Wall of Fame, man. Create your account, tell people about it out there in Pakistan, and just let people know you're doing it the easy way now, and however else I can serve and help. I appreciate you getting me out in Pakistan. So I look forward to meeting your audience, and I hope that they come by and say hi. If I may, let everybody know that we have a group called ezwaywallcom. You can go ahead and put it in banners. Now, here's another little tip. As I'm talking, you should be going to your banners and you should be typing in EasyWayFam, F-A-M, ezwaywallcom. Because again, the guests appreciate stuff like that. It's the power of appreciation. The more that you're promoting me, the more you show me appreciation, the more I'm going to promote you back. It's one of the best ways to grow your audience. So EasyWayFam.com is our little community on Facebook, and then EasyWayWallOfFame.com is our social network, and that's everything we do. We do a lot of fun stuff. We have over 50 shows. We're building the network. We have 4 other networks that we're building. We're launching JD3 TV, you see behind me, BETV, JLS TV. We work with a lot of nonprofits, and we appreciate anybody that can help press the share button and help us make a difference that much more. And I look forward to saying hi to you guys. Okay, so I will continue to host the show now. I am now your host, guys. I'm hosting the Connect the World. I'm Eric Zuley, and we got an awesome show for you today. And Muniem Rizvi is interviewing this guy named Eric Zuley, and he's an expert. This guy is an expert when it comes to monetizing the microphone. He's a multimedia marketing mogul that's mastered the art of monetizing media. This guy has helped and coached some of the biggest influencers and the biggest celebrities in the planet. He's acted in Amazon. He's the star of the Axe body spray commercial in South America, and this guy has a lot of great information. And so Muniem, I'm gonna give it back to you. Let's find out what this guy Eric Zuley has to say. I'm sorry, I muted, so I just thought I'd make sure that there's no gap.
Thank you so much. No, I just muted because I was writing a banner for you as you suggested me. So I just thought make an account on ezwaywallcom, and that's the best way, I think so. So I'm learning, and how you introduce in just 30 seconds, it just pick me up, and I'm too much just like I'm just powerful, and I want to do these things as soon as possible.
Awesome. Well, hey man, I if you ever need any help, I do coach hosting and being your own producer and a lot of that stuff. So definitely go on the wall, and thank you for putting that on there. I appreciate that. So I will say this, guys, we have a big award show coming up October 17th. With a lot of big celebrities and influencers and authors and coaches. And we look for those with hearts of gold that want to unite the light to help others network themselves to another level of success. We look to empower influencers in any capacity that wants to empower others to help network themselves to another level of success. And we look to honor and recognize and give you certificates and really nice trophies, I might add, if you have a heart of gold and you meet those requirements. So on October 17th, we're going to be airing at ezwaywallcom on Roku, Apple, and Amazon. We have an app on iOS. You can install EasyWay Network, and we're going to be airing a full-fledged, probably 2-hour live award show with some incredible people, incredible performers. Michael Jackson's music director is one of our stage directors. Pat O'Brien from Access Hollywood Entertainment Tonight, Tony Boldy, Ms. America herself is hosting, Joanna Harabedian, and so many others. So all the information's on EasyWay Awards if you search it on Facebook, or it's also on the EasyWay Wall of Fame. Just go to the awards, and I hope to see you guys. And make sure you post your comments. Make sure you let us know that you're out there, so we can hopefully open a door for you someday. Maybe honor you someday.
Thank you so much, Eric Zuley. It was such a fantastic session with you. I learned a lot. Love this session. Thank you so much. Now we have to end over there, and it's such an honor for me to have you on my show. Thank you so much for your precious time.
Thank you, Muniem. I'm glad that you had me on. I'm glad to have met you, and let's collaborate to connect everybody else out there. Connect the world together. Unite the light. I look forward to the future.
Sure. Thank you so much. Now we have to end our session here. Take care. Bye bye. Good night from my side, because It's about 11:20 p.m. here. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.